Damn phones, Babylons can't crack the code.
The 2021 Heisman race has been crazy to say the least. It's been wild seeing people move up and down throughout the season. It seems like every week we had a new Heisman favorite. But at the beginning of the year, the Heisman favorites were Spencer Rattler, JT Daniels, Sam Howell, Bryce Young, and DJ Uiagalelei, and only one of them is a Heisman finalist right now. This is B. Kelly, back again with another banger video. In today's video, y'all, I am going to be taking a look at every Heisman finalist for this 2021 season and talking about their rise from high school prospect to current day Heisman finalists. Now, before I move on with the video, guys, remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, as we are on the road to 10K. Now, let's get into it. The first guy I'm going to be talking about for the Heisman finalists in this video is Bryce Young. Bryce Young comes from the 2020 recruiting class. He was a 5-star recruit, the number 2 player in the nation, and the number 1 dual-threat quarterback in his class, and he's the 20th best player all time, coming out of high school according to 24/7 Sports composite rankings. He held a total of 28 offers coming out of high school, and it seemed like the 2 top offers he had were Alabama and USC in his recruitment, and he would end up choosing Alabama. Despite being a top quarterback in his class and a high school phenom, in which in 4 years of high school football he threw for over 13,000 yards and 152 passing touchdowns and 26 total touchdowns on the ground in his career, he would not have an immediate start at Alabama. As a true freshman in the 2020 campaign, Bryce Young was the backup quarterback to Mac Jones, who was also a Heisman finalist in that season and would eventually be a first-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, going back to his campaign he had in 2020, he played in 7 games where he completed 59% of his passes, threw for 156 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. Once Mac Jones is finally gone from Alabama, it would finally be the Bryce Young show, as he was the starting quarterback heading into this current 2021 season, and people actually saw him as a potential Heisman finalist, and he's shown everyone why he is a top quarterback in college football, and maybe even the best, and might even win the Heisman Trophy. Currently, in this season, he has played in 13 games, completed 68% of his passes, has thrown for 4,322 yards, 43 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. Not only that, but he has won the SEC, and they currently sit as the number 1 team in the nation heading into their playoff game versus Cincinnati. On to the next finalist, also from the 2020 recruiting class like Bryce Young. He's also a quarterback, and his name is CJ Stroud. In this class, he ranked as a 4-star recruit, the number 2 pro-style quarterback, and the 42nd best player in the nation. He held a total of 19 offers from schools such as Ohio State, Georgia, and Michigan, just to name a few, and he would end up choosing Ohio State. Just like Bryce Young from the same recruiting class, CJ Stroud also had to wait his turn to be the starting quarterback for the Buckeyes, as he was behind Justin Fields, who would go on to be a first-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft for the 2020 campaign. Once 2021 would come by, it was officially the CJ Stroud era at Ohio State, as Justin Fields was officially gone, and he was finally going to be the starting quarterback. He had a lot of expectations heading into this season, and I would say he has met every expectation he has had, and maybe even exceeded them. As in 11 games played with the Buckeyes so far, he has completed 71% of his passes, has thrown for 3,862 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. That is a great first season as a starting quarterback on the Power 5 level. I mean, after all, he is a Heisman finalist, and not only that, he helped lead the Ohio State Buckeyes to a 10-2 record. Next up, the next finalist I'm going to be talking about is our first finalist that is not a quarterback, and the only finalist on the defensive side of the ball for this year, and that's none other than Aiden Hutchinson. In the 2018 recruiting class, Aiden Hutchinson ranked as a 4-star recruit, the 112th best player in the nation, and the 6th best player in his position. He held a variety of offers from schools such as Michigan, Boston College, Michigan State, and LSU, just to name a few. He would decide to stay in-state and go to Michigan. Aiden Hutchinson, in his true freshman season for 2018, would play quite a bit, as he played in every game, and he had a total of 12 tackles, 7 being assisted, and 5 being solo. In 2019, he was a starter on the defensive line as a true sophomore, as he played in every game, and he had a good season with 69 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 6 pass deflections, and 3 forced fumbles. Because of his play on the field for 2019, he was named as a third-team All-Big Ten member. He was supposed to have a big impact in 2020. As you know, the season would be shortened, but his season would be shortened even more, as in after 3 games played with Michigan, he would suffer a season-ending injury, and he was having a good season as well. He had 13 total tackles, 9 being solo, 4 being assisted, and 1 pass deflection in 3 games played. Going into the 2021 campaign, for his final year of eligibility at Michigan as a senior, he was not expected to be a Heisman finalist at all, but here he is today, a Heisman finalist, and a top defensive player in all of college football, and a guy whose stock is constantly rising each day and every game that he plays. So far in this season, he has played in 13 games. He has 58 total tackles, 33 being solo, 25 being assisted, 15.5 tackles for loss, 14 sacks, which is a single season record at Michigan, 3 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 forced fumbles. Not only that, but for this season, he was named first team All Big Ten, Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, 2021 Big Ten Championship Game MVP, and the Lombardi Award winner. The final guy I am going to be talking about in today's video is Heisman finalist Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett was the lowest ranked guy out of all these people in this video today. He was a 3-star recruit, ranked as the 738th best player in the nation and the 33rd best pro-style quarterback in the nation as well in the 2017 recruiting class. He held a total of 11 offers from schools such as Pittsburgh, Temple, Boston College, and Coastal Carolina, and he would end up choosing Pitt. Kenny Pickett has been an underdog his entire career. He's someone that was never even expected to be in Heisman talks at all his entire career, especially near the end of the season or even be close to being a Heisman finalist. He's turned out a really good career for himself, especially with this strong last season he's had. He's been a 4-year starter for Pitt, and he was a backup quarterback his first year there in 2017, and he could have had the chance to go pro after the 2020 season, but he elected to come back for one more final year of eligibility. And that move has certainly paid off, as Kenny Pickett was supposed to be a late round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, as he wasn't a bad quarterback at all before this season, but he was just a serviceable guy and an average quarterback at best. But this year he's really shown a lot of potential and what he's really all about. In 13 games played in the 2021 campaign, he's completed 67% of his passes, has thrown for 4,319 yards, 42 touchdown passes, and only 7 interceptions. Not to mention he also has 5 touchdowns on the ground. And the guy that was seen as a late round pick heading into this season is now seen as a potential Heisman winner and a first round pick. Well guys, if you have made it this far in the video, drop something down in the comments section below about who you think is going to win the Heisman Trophy this year. My pick is Bryce Young. And before you head out, remember to smash that like button, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly out.